Hi, this is Carl, and this is another SOP video for managed service providers. Today I want to talk about tools, and specifically, do you really need that tool? Do you need every tool that you can find for your business? Let's be honest. There's a lot of tools that came into existence because they served a specific need for a specific market. But then they started having success and they got a little extra money, so they started marketing. What do you do when you need a new audience? Well, you add some features and you send your tool out into the world hoping every human being on earth will buy it. Well, guess what? It turns out there's a lot of tools that you don't really need. A great example, and I'm not trying to bash anybody, but a great example for me is quoting tools. I ran a company that got just within squeaking distance of $1 million one year, and we actually bought into a quoting tool, but it turned out I didn't have enough sales to actually justify the time, effort, and energy it took to maintain that tool. And so we basically put it back on the shelf and stopped using it. The thing is, if a tool makes your life easier, significantly improves your business, then by all means you should use it. But most companies don't need most tools. So think about this. How do you make the decision which tools should I have and which tools should I not have? In my opinion, an RMM, a really good tool designed specifically for managed services, is essentially a requirement to be in this business. Now, you might say, well, I use the tools that Microsoft provides. That's cool, but don't have nothing. You should have something. An RMM allows you to have remote access to everything. It allows you to install patches, fixes, and updates. It allows you to monitor. It allows you to get alerts. It does lots of really good things. And most RMMs are so reasonably priced that, you know, for $1.50, it's amazing how much you get in terms of a return on that very small investment. On the other hand, there's lots of tools that are really specific. For example, many of us have seen tools that are specific to an industry, whether it's attorneys or dentists or whatever. Obviously, if you only have one attorney or one dentist, you don't need those tools. And again, there are certain things where you look at it and you say, well, do I have an actual need? Like, for example, you may have a process of monitoring that you've created yourself that just absolutely works, is low maintenance. Everybody on your team can use it. Everybody understands it. It works flawlessly for you. Well, then, even I would say you don't need to pay money for an RMM. On the other hand, if you don't want to build something yourself, or you don't have a process that's nailed down, then go looking for a tool that fits your needs. But don't buy something simply because you need to have, or you think you need to have, one tool from every category. Not everybody needs a CRM. Not everybody needs a PSA. Not everybody even needs a financial tool until your business gets to a certain point. Now, there are some things, and I would put a PSA and a financial tool into that bucket, that eventually I think everybody needs to be successful. But you need to design your business to run effectively for you, not for a tool manufacturer. Now, a second issue that we see is that very often there are families of tools, and so it makes it easy for you to buy into that family, and you end up sometimes with a tool that doesn't quite fit. It's not really built to work with the other one. It's made to work with it. It's got something that connects the two of them, and it doesn't really work any better than if you bought something from outside the family. So look into what you're buying, make educated decisions, but really don't make a big investment in something that only has a tiny impact on your business. Think about it, be intentional, save your pennies if you can, and make wise decisions about money, because many of these things continue to cost for a long, long time after you make that commitment. For Small Biz Thoughts, this is Carl Palachuk wishing you the absolute best of luck in your managed service business.
Please like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell so you can be notified when we post a new video.